Just going to make a quick video on a possible Killer Instinct repair. I picked up this board on eBay. It was untested from a guy. I've actually bought boards from him before that were untested that actually worked. Usually when it's untested, that means it doesn't work and they're just trying to get a couple extra bucks out of you. But it was truly untested, and when I got it, it didn't have the hard drive and it had a different kind of boot ROM here. But the board looked like it was in pretty good shape. So I had actually a couple of these. It's a spare flash drive from the KillerInstinct.com. Guy Scott, who runs that website, is a great guy, and I always get my flash drives from him. I plugged it in with the new flash drive, and I got the rolling blue screen. I got the initial bong, which is a great sign. And once it got to the bottom, then all of a sudden it just started doing a rolling blue screen again, which usually means it's a bad hard drive or flash drive. But what I'm noticing on this board is this one red LED was not coming on, and usually that's the hard drive indicator that the power is the hard drive. So I was thinking now that there might be something wrong with the board, that the hard drive is just not getting power. And so the blue screen rolling and rolling and rolling, and just, that's a good sign that the board might work. So I did an inspection of the board, and if you can see it, I don't know if you can be able to see it right here. It looks like somebody, let's see if it focuses in. It looks like somebody right next to her says J6. Somebody probably used a screwdriver to actually lift up the hard drive. Somebody probably put a screwdriver underneath there to lift it up to get it off these pins. And it looks like they might have cut those two traces. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the scratch. It doesn't look like those traces are actually connected. So I'm going to try to make a repair there. I'm not very good at these small traces at all. I mean, it's probably going to be a butcher job to repair. But I'm going to give it a shot, and let's see if the board boots up. I got it for like $100, which is a little pricey, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Typically with these boards though, the Killer Instinct's a very poor design board. This heat sink gets banged up, and if you see on this CPU here, it's a bunch of little feet. A lot of times those feet will actually pop up, and that's what makes these boards go bad. The feet will come up and they're very hard to repair. It's a pain in the butt. There's like 96, I believe, of these feet all around this board. I think this one's going to be alright. Usually when that happens, you'll get the white checkered screen or solid white screen. Alright, but for this one, you got the rolling blue, and that's because there's no power coming from the hard drive. I think if I replace those two, or just fix those two traces, I think I might be able to get power back to this board, to the hard drive. I'm going to cut here, try to do the repair, see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky. Just cross your fingers. Alright. I'm back here with this KI board. I replaced those, I fixed those two traces. Actually, not too bad of a job there. You can see where the scratch was. I just basically connected a little wire for the two traces. I'm not very good at this small work like this, so I'm actually pretty proud of myself for the way it came out. If it does end up working, what I'll end up doing is covering it up, using some kind of hot glue or something to cover these up. But I have the two wires here connected to the two traces. It looks like somebody put a screwdriver and lifted up the hard drive, and in the process of doing that, it just completely cut the two traces there. I'm hoping that's what the issue is with this board. Like I said, it had the rolling blue screen, and just went back to the rolling blue screen right after, and no power was getting to the hard drive. So I'm hoping that the little fix there. I'll try to get in closer. But I'm actually, it's a pretty good job there. I'm sure there's guys out there who do it a lot better than me, but for me, it's better than I thought it was going to come out. It was a real pain in the ass though, but I got it to go. So I'm going to cut here, and I'll come back, see if it'll boot up. Okay, so I have that board that I repaired in my Killer Instinct cabinet. The 6-in-1 switcher here. I have it on slot 6. Let's see what we got here. So far so good. Nice. Outstanding. So I got the board for about $100. Did a look over on it. I just saw that little scratch. It looked like two of the traces were broken. Soldered in the little wires connecting those two traces and boot it right up. And I had to buy a hard drive as well. I got a flash drive. It looks good. Super excited. Two little traces. That's one of the first things you want to do is look over the board, see if there's any damage to the board. That's the only thing that I noticed. Fixed it up, and Killer Instinct back in service. Thanks for checking out my videos.